that is irrigation interval and timely fertigation. It's good topic for boosting our yield potential. Many of the farmers are and many of the companies are working on irrigation intervals and fertigation. But timely fertigation, it's another part of the story for increasing the agriculture yield. Whenever agriculture is it's a time being, all the time bound. The agriculture is a time bound. Every phase, every stage has equal time for the distribution of irrigations as well as distribution of fertilizers as well as the crop management criteria. Timely. So yield is its parameter depends on many factors. One of that factor is irrigation and fertigation. So thanks for the agricultureinformation.com to deliver the such kind of got nice topic to with you and all. Let's start with our what is a technical error thing. So sorry. Generally, living soils are living. Many concepts are that is hypothetically soils are living, and every living soil gives good yield, exhibits their characters, which is majority 25% of the year. It's a good character of the soil, good soil. Then living soil. Then there is 25% of the water is the criteria of good living soil, and there is a 45% of the minerals, that is the soil particles with many nutrient combinations are there, and 5% are organic matter. Total 100% is the soil. This is so 25% air, 25% water, 45% mineral, and 5% organic matter. This is the total quantity of 100% living soil. So whenever there is a gap or whenever there is a disturbance in the this portion, whatever 5% organic matter, 45% minerals are there, 25% air is there, 25% water is there. Whenever there is a disturbance in this ratio, the good yield cannot be harvested. The potential of the crop, potential of that soil may be depleted, because every part of this portion have different roles in the crop crop yield. So whenever there is a air in the soil, that is it gives the air to the root canopy, root development, and when there is a good pores are filled with airs, and that gives the wapsa condition in the soil. Whenever there is a wapsa condition in the soil, all nutrient, that is mineral part of the absorbed by the roots in the help of for development of the crop. Whenever there is a 20 less water is there, it's a nutrient absorption will be stopped, because water is the media for the absorption of the nutrients. Nutrient dissolved in the water, and water will be absorbed through phloem and xylem, and goes to the every part of the leaf, flowers, stem, then roots, then apical parts of the plant tissues. So has it's a different role. Then there is a 5% organic matter. Organic matter, it also plays an important role for the development of the biodiversity of the plant, of biodiversity of the soil. It all biome, that microbial structure, that is a good bacteria, good fungi, and good microflora is there, good microfauna is there. Then many that is insects are there. Such all are major is the micro earthworms are there. That is earthworms also play very important role in the developing the porosity of the soil. So such organic matter act as a food for that food web, food for the that is microflora and microfauna. So and if there is a disturbance in the air, water, and organic matter ratio, good soil cannot exhibit their own potential. That is to give the better yield, to the best yield to the farmer as well as the crop conditions. So every air plays important role, water plays important role, organic matter plays important, and finally minerals, that is a nutrient condition of the soil. So we can judge our soil with the help of, that is, soil analysis report, where soil analysis report shows the physical character of the soil, chemical character of the soil, and microbial character of the soil. Many of the companies, many of the laboratories are doing only physical parameter of the soil, that is a pH, EC, such type of that is a clay percent kitna hai, soil, the silt, what is the silt ratio, clay ratio, the medium soil, heavy soil. Such type of analysis are doing by the in physical parameter. In chemical parameter, that is what is the ratio of the N, P, K, calcium, magnesium, sulfur. What is the ratio of the calcium, magnesium, sulfur, calcium, magnesium, anion, cation ratio. Such type of analytical given by the many laboratories based on the chemical parameter of the soil. But biological parameter are neglected by many of the our laboratories in India as well as in abroad. So this microbial count plays an important role to make the available nutrient to the root in the root zone. So 45% are minerals are there in the soil, but in the absence of, that is, microflora, microfauna, that is not given by that not absorbed by the plant, because that not in available form. We have applied nitrogen, but it's in which form? It is ammonical form, it is a nitrate form, it's amide form. Majority of nitrogen forms are nitrate forms are absorbed by the plant. Ammonical forms are absorbed by the plant. Then in case of phosphorus, it is a P2O5 form. The phosphate form is absorbed by the P2O5 form, phosphorus, but it is not in available that form. So who can develop this availability of the nutrient? That is a phosphorus solubilizing bacteria, nitrogen solubilizing bacteria. Are they in the majority play an important role to mineralize that nutrient available in the soil, and it is absorbed by the absorbed by the roots, plant roots in the, that is upper root zone of the soil, that is active root zone of the soil. That is the white roots are there in the soil. So living soils are living. So we can do analysis as per the crop requirement or yield of the to get yield potential, but we cannot neglect our microbial potential of the soil, that is the microbial parameter of the soil, that is biological parameter of the soil. So air, water, mineral, and biological parameter of the soil plays an important role absorbing to harvest the yield potential of the plant. Here there is a ratio in the water and soil. As I earlier said, that is a soil, there is a soil porosity there. In porous structure, air is there and as well as water is there. But in picture you can see that here it is a saturation, it is a saturation point, it is a field capacity point, it is a permanent wilting point. Whenever water and that is water and soil, water, soil, and air ratio, that is a, in absence of air, water is fully the porosity, the porous structure in the soil particles are fully engaged with water. That determines the saturation capacity of the soil. But when there is a full of water in the soil and gravitational water was also lost, that time it exhibits the saturation point where plant cannot absorb the nutrient. Whenever in flood irrigation, we generally we applied irrigation at the 8 days of interval. Suppose that time early 3 days our plant cannot absorb nutrient as well as water because of the saturation. Then 4 5 days, the 2 days absorb water nutrient when crop is coming in the field capacity, that is in OPSA condition. And after 7 days, 6 to 7 days, then plant also cannot absorb the water because it goes to permanent wilting point. That is the wilting point is there. So always maintain field capacity. So field capacity means that is available every time water is available in the soil, porous structure of the soil, that is plant available water for the plant growth. So, and wilting point, when no more water is available in the porous structure of the soil, that is a whole, that is the year was year filled with where year and there is no water in the soil, that is a wilting point. So in saturation point, plant cannot absorb nutrient as well as water. In wilting point, plant cannot absorb nutrient because of the less availability of the nutrient solution in the soil. And in field capacity, there is a available water for the plant growth, where all nutrients are get solubilized in that water, and plant easily absorb the water as per the requirement of the crop, as per the stage of the crop. So there is a ratio in the soil, water and air should be maintained properly, which is a main character of the soil. That is the living structure of the soil. That is the living soil exhibits that type of the structure. That is the ratio in the water, air and soil. Then water requirement versus soil type. Majority of the soil, that is sand soil, sandy loam soil, that loam soil, there is silt loam soil, clay loam soil, silty loam soil, silty clay soil, then clay. There are around 6-7 types are there in the. We can distribute the soil depends on the soil structure, that is soil texture, that is sand, loam and clay. Is the major three texture of the soil. It is sandy soil, clay soil or loamy soil, but depends on the that is the percentage of the sandy loam, sandy to clay, clay to loam, loam to clay, sand to clay, sand to loam. There is another 3 4 types are we can judge, depends on the structure of the ratio of the sandy to clay, clay to soil. So these types are so around 6 types are there in the that is a sandy loam, loam, seed loam, clay loam, silty loam and clay. When then water availability in sandy soil, availability in loam soil and availability in clay soil are different as per the that is soil structure and soil texture. When our crop is when suppose maize is growing in sandy soil, maize is growing in loamy soil and maize is growing in clay soil, there is a different water requirement of the crop depends on the structure of the soil, because in sandy soil there is a less duration, that is the frequency of irrigation should be less in the sandy soil. So mild medium to heavy medium requirement of the soil in the loamy soil, and then days required for clay soil are more in the clay soils. So depends on structure, that is a plant available water increases from sand to clay soil. Field capacity as well as wilting point of the soil depends on the soil texture and structure of the soil. So we cannot say that always whatever the water crop, whatever whichever is the crop, we can add water at different fixed duration of the soil for the any crop. So water requirement versus soil type is also depends on the increasing potential of increasing potential of the yield. Then irrigation interval. What is meant by irrigation interval? That is a days between two consecutive irrigations. It is a simple definition. We can say that it is a days between two consecutive irrigation. It is a irrigation interval. But we can split up this irrigation interval in different WH question. That is what is irrigation interval, then why irrigation interval, then what irrigation interval, and how irrigation interval can be decided. So what is the irrigation interval? It is a days between two consecutive irrigation. Then why irrigation interval? In the irrigation interval, because as per earlier slide I have shown that soils have different types of the soils, different structure and texture of the soil, different water holding capacity of the soil. That is a physical parameter as well as chemical, that is structure of the biological structure of the soils are different. So they require different irrigation intervals as per the soil type. Then different crop require different crop demands. Crop demands are increased. Some crops are irrigation, low irrigation requirement, while some crops are heavy irrigation requirement. So depends on that crop demand is also increasing. That is, then crop harvest potential. That is then why we can do irrigation interval timely irrigation interval, because we have to harvest the potential of the yield. So to harvest crop potential we need irrigation, timely irrigation, because as per crop stages, as per the growth of the plant, as per the crop increases, as per the crop developing, the crop requirement also increasing. So irrigation interval should be different as per the crop. So we have to decide that what is the crop potential. To harvest the crop potential, we have to decide proper irrigation interval. Then how can decide the irrigation intervals? There are some instruments are there, different sensors are available in the markets are there, that can help out to fix the irrigation interval. That is, then GI based technology, that is NDMI, like normal derivation of the moisture index, also can help better way to monitor our field with the help of GIS technology. So NDMI can also help in proper way to get the proper irrigation interval as per the crop stage as well as crop duration. Then by in situ village visual observation, when we are in the field, we can collect the that is the root zone depth, and collect the soil from the root zone and get the visual observation. It is in OPSA condition or not in OPSA condition. So such type of methods we can use for the deciding irrigation intervals. Then it is a decision support mechanism, decision support tool. We can say that it is a decision support tool for deciding irrigation interval. Earlier, I have spoken with this slide. That is, you have to go in the field, take the soil in the root zone of the soil, make it laddu. That is a boil, make a ball from the soil, and that ball throw in the air as it is a burst in the different burst in the soil particles. That is, it is a major crop in OPSA condition, and there is no water requirement of the crop. If it is a not bursting, it is a requirement of the crop. Sorry, it is a crop. When the bursting of the that is ball, it shows that it's a requirement of the water. Then when it is not bursting in the but it shows it's a no requirement of the irrigation. Then NDMI values, that is a -1 to 1, it is a irrigation. So the NDMI values are there. Depends on that, GIS technology can help us to get acquainted with easily. We can just map our field, and that is a blue color. We can see here is a blue color, yellow color, this is a red color. This red recommendations, these colors indicate that if it is a blue color, that is it's a India shows that NDMI is very good. That is a moisture index is good. There is no water requirement is there. In this yellow color plot, it's a average moisture, that is NDMI index. So it's a less water requirement is there. When there is a yellowish, sorry, reddish is there, reddish color is there, it shows it's a water. This plot is under water stress. So such type of technology, that GIS based technology, also can guide us, give decision support mechanism to decide the irrigation interval. Then the moisture sensors are in the field. There are different moisture sensors are available in the market, where what are the can give us digitally on our mobile with the such technology, also available for the scheduling our irrigation intervals. So Here we have to happy to announce that we can our moisture sensors are available with us, and we can give proper that is a mobile based technology to monitor digitize our moisture sensors in the field, and we can give proper irrigation scheduling with the help of this moisture irrigation technology moisture sensors. With the help of moisture sensor, it is uh, a good hardware, good tool for deciding irrigation intervals in the field. In many fields, that is a sugar cane, tomato, ginger, turmeric, then grapes, pomegranate, any horticulture crop, any cash crop, we can add these sensors in the our field. It's a give good result. And moisture plays a very important role in the potential of the harvesting potential of the yield. Extra water also deplete our yield, as well as stress of the water also gives less yield. So proper ratio of the irrigation, there is a 50-50, and there is chances of the good yield to decide. So proper decision, timely decision of giving irrigation based on such technology. Majorly GIS based technology can help us, as well as sensor based technology remotely give sensors to our mobile application, and that mobile application give any notification to give to start irrigation or to give irrigation to our plot. At that time, NDMI technology also properly guide us to what are the logical answers to the irrigation interval. And we are in the field, so we can make the laddu and make the ball up from the soil, and decide it is in OPSA condition or not in OPSA condition. So such decision support technologies are supporting our irrigation scheduling. The proper irrigation plays an important role in the yield of the crop. Then there are stages of the critical growth stages of the crop. Majorly, every crop, whatever is the cash crop, whatever is the grain crop, whatever is the vegetable crop, what are the fruit crops, they have different stages of the growth, and that stages of the growth have different water requirement for the that completing that phase, that stage, that critical completing the physiological stages of the crop growth. So germination is one of the important stage. Whenever today 14th of June, so here we are started, that is a monsoon irrigation will start soon. So where we are say that it is a proper ratio in the moisture level in the soil, then we can go for sowing of the any seed in the field. Because what, whenever there is a proper water ratio, that is a 300 to 400 mm rainfall is there, and proper OPSA condition is there, that time germination can give a good germination can be happen. So proper condition, that is a monsoon properly rain showers are there, then germination will be the play an important role in the with the help of that irrigation water, as well as so rainwater, whatever the going so germination, because germination good population, plant population decide the germination. So proper germination gives a good plant population. Good plant population give proper good yield. Then seedling stage. Seedling stage, what is that is a establishment, crop establishment stage. Then crown root initiation, growth. That is a earlier growth. That is a so in this stage, seedling establishment stage, proper growing growth stage happens with the help of with the in the presence of the proper nutrient and water ratio. Then vegetative stage. In vegetative stage, properly cycle, that is crop. How can decide in vegetative stage, crop decide what are the our yield will be there. So in vegetative stage, there is a proper ratio of the crop growing. That is a crop growth indicator in our mobile application, in our mobile platform that Khetibuddy provides the growth indicator. In the growth indicator module is there in our platform. So we can say that if your crop is in the that stage, 2 leaf stage, 4 leaf stage, 5 leaf stage, 7 leaf stage, it is the vegetative growth stages of the proper. So whenever proper vegetative stage are happening, that indicate the crop growing with good stand, with ideal structure of the soil. So in vegetative stage we can get into that at proper stages of the soil, vegetative stages of the crop happens in the crop stages. Then flowering, that is flowering is the main our yield contributing factors. Whenever there is a good flowering is there in the field, that determines the good yield, because flowering after pollination gives a setting of the fruits, setting of the that is our grains, setting of the flower fruits, setting of the grain, setting of the balls, which are whatever cropping grown we are growing to the crop. So depends on the flowering, and after flowering that stage is setting. During setting stage, proper setting, timely setting, one crop setting at this time and another crop is setting after 10 days, it gives not good yield. In just like in the banana, that is a proper flowering is giving the uniform growth of the that is bunches, depends on the good flowering. So that is good flowering as well as good setting. Then ripening of the proper ripening stage, that it is a good condition for the development of the crop. So timely ripening as well as uh, stages. Then harvest. During harvest also water requirement is there, crop stage have different nutrient requirement there. So these are the germination, seedling, vegetative, flowering, setting, ripening, and harvest. These are the stages of the critical growth stages, and these during these stages, water requirement as well as nutrient requirements are more. So we cannot skip these stages. We cannot avoid the we cannot give stress to nutrient as well as water during these stages. So these stages should have properly fulfilled with irrigation as well as nutrition. So proper nutrition as well as proper nutrition and irrigation for these 7 to 8 growing stage depends on different crops. So at these critical stages we have to give proper ratio in the irrigation as well as water nutrient. Then fertigation schedule, crop stage as any that is a rate. What are the rate should be decided, and what are the nutrient we should be given to the soil. We can here see we can here stage that is a there are some stages here: crop establishment, then so vegetative stage, then post harvest. These are the stages of the growth, these of the crop. So as per stages, we can add nutrient, that is NPK. These are the major nutrients. Then uh, we can say that sorry, technical error was there. So in fertigation stage, that is crop stage as well as rate of the nutrient. What nutrient should be measured during this crop fertigation stages. That is these are here are the crop stages: establishment, then vegetative stage, then reproductive stage, then maturity stage, and post harvest stage. So here are the nitrogen, phosphorus, potash is the primary nutrient. These are the secondary nutrient: calcium, magnesium, sulfur is secondary nutrient, and macronutrients: iron, manganese, zinc. molybdenum, copper, boron are the micronutrients. So during establishment stage, crop establishment, nitrogen, low nitrogen, medium phosphorus, and medium potash with low calcium, magnesium, and medium micronutrients is the requirement of the crop establishment stage along with irrigation. So we have go for that fertigation type. Generally, we can apply 0 50 to 34. That is this NPK ratio 0 50 to 34. It's water soluble available in the market along with micronutrient, that is Kiside DF we can use in this crop establishment stage. Then vegetative stage. Generally, nitrogen requirement is very high in this stage. Then phosphorus requirement is medium, and potash requirement is low. Calcium, magnesium also low, and micronutrient also low. That time, in vegetative stage, we can add, that is ammonium sulfate, okay, plus 0 50 to 34. Then calcium nitrate, and then micronutrients beside DF. So in this stage, vegetative stage, we can add ammonium sulfate ammonium sulfate and calcium nitrate to fulfill the nitrogen requirement of the soil along with 0 50 to 34 with beside DF, that is micronutrient. In reproductive phase, nitrogen requirement is low, phosphorus requirement is high, potash requirement is medium, secondary nutrient requirement is low, and micronutrient requirement is high. In the reproductive phase, boron plays important role in the flower setting and as well as good flowering. So boron also required properly in this reproductive phase. So it is a requirement high. That time we can give, that is the 1261, that is stage to 61 along with white potash or along with potassium isonite for this requirement with addition of micronutrient, that is Kiside DF in reproductive phase. In maturity stage, nitrogen requirement is low, phosphorus requirement is medium, and potash requirement is high, along with, that is calcium, magnesium, that is secondary nutrient, and some micronutrients are also medium, requirement is medium. That time we can add potassium isonite, then 0050, 13045. So this play important role in the developing the proper maturity of the crop. And in post harvest, nitrogen requirement low, phosphorus requirement low, potash requirement is low, calcium nitrate requirement also low, calcium, magnesium, and micronutrient also low. That time in post harvest, after harvesting of the crop, plants are very exhausted. So exhausted plant should be given nutrient through fertigation after harvest of the crop. Suppose we have harvested grape, and then in that after harvest we neglect the plot. It gives it's not good, not good for the next study cycle of the crop. So exhausted plant should be fulfilled with proper nutrition. It may be less, but nutrients are required in post harvesting also. So we should give proper fertigation schedule as per this requirement and this kind of the requirement behavior of the crop and requirement physiology of the crop. So we can divide our nutrient cycle, nutrient ratio as per the crop stages during the crop growth. Then I will add some what Khetibuddy does. That is, we are my organization Khetibuddy. We are the provider. That is a digital. We can provide digital platform. In digital platform, majorly we are focused on artificial intelligence and machine learning. That is AI ML model, where we can give that it is a, you can share the photos to the through mobile and plan then mobile can show that it is either nutrient deficiency, either disease or other pest. Such type of AI ML model we are developing on the our platform. Then IoT devices, that is Internet on Things. we have a provider of the this type of different types of sensors for giving good quality yield. Then commerce platform is there, our platform, where we can provide commerce platform to different input organizations for the selling their products through a digital platform. Then remote sensing. In the remote sensing, we have developed that is NDMI as well as NDVI models for deciding the good that is a irrigation scheduling as well as crop monitoring. So for crop monitoring through our remote sensing, that is GIS technology, we can give good results, good decision for deciding nutrient as well as irrigation ratio based on NDVI as well as NDMI. Then is content management. Content management. In content management, we have developed different crop schedules. Where what crop schedules are basic that is based on, that is a 4R concepts of nutrition. Then good agriculture practices, important good agriculture practices that are the missing links of the deciding the proper growth of the plant as well as give potential of the yield. So in content management, we are focusing on that is integrated nutrient management, integrated pest management, integrated disease management, proper irrigation scheduling, then good agriculture practices, that is are the for developing the biodiversity of the plant. So such type of content management we are providing based on as per the requirement of the input industries as well as in the NGOs. We are working with them. Then farm analytics. In farm analytics, proper that is informations are analyzed through our analytic platform. What are the benefit cost ratio? What are the requirement of the crop? What are the major what are we are growing properly or we are growing wrong? Such type of analytics we can provide to our digital platform. Then sustainability solution. In sustainability solution, we have developed a carbon sequestration proper depends on different crop schedules. So what are the, if you are growing a cotton crop, then you can what will be the your carbon footprint and how we can that is digitize that carbon footprint as well as your carbon sequestration in the soil. So digital solution of the carbon sequestration we can provide through our sustainability solutions. Then climate resilient farming with the help of that is in the association with Maharashtra government. There is a Pokhara project, that is a project on crop resilience in agriculture. In this project is in the Marathwada area. We are the digital partner of that that Pokhara project. So we can promote that climate resilient farming through our platform, and we are the digital partner for the that Pokhara project. It is a World Bank funded project. In regenerative agriculture, also we have different crop solutions, digital regenerative solutions for the growing different food industries and as well as different that is a contact farming industries. So we are developing this type of sustainability solutions for today's need and future need of the industry. We have the biological products. There are some biopesticides are there and some biofertilizers are there. I am a technical person for the agronomist so we can give the proper how we can guide the farmer through digitally. It's our motto, and we are working on this such type of technology. And with this, I will thank for that is agriculture information for giving a good chance to discuss and good chance to express my views about irrigation interval and fertigation to the audience. Thank you all. Thank you, agricultureinformation.com.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Prakash, for a detailed presentation. Now I'll take up some questions.
Yeah, sure.
So the first question is, what are the key factors to consider when determining optimal irrigation intervals for different crops?
As per that is the main as per the condition, as per our that is a it's a earlier I said that proper deciding irrigation interval, there are many factors affecting that irrigation. One factor is the soil. What are the types of soil? Second factor is the crop. Which crop you have grown? What are the water requirement of the crop? Then second crop, that is the crop stage of the crop. Then what are the water holding capacity of the soil? Then what are the that is the allowable the water depletion ratio of the soil? So then what is the that is crop factor, crop coefficient factor, that is ETC, that what is the evapotranspiration ratio of the crop. So such all things are given summarized properly, then we can decide what are the irrigation interval for the crop of the different crops. Thank you.
Sorry, there was some technical issue. So I'll take up next question.
Okay, thank you.
Next question, how does timing of fertigation affect crop yield potential?
Timing.
Yes.
Yeah, timing, that is a we can say crop stage. If crop stage is the vegetative growth, and we are applying, that is the yeah, what are the nutrients required for reproductive phase. So in a reproductive phase stage, that is a in reproductive phosphorus requirement is high. In vegetative stage, nitrogen requirement is high. Okay, and in that case, your crop is in the vegetative stage. Instead of we are applied a heavy dose of phosphorus, that is 1261 that is a water soluble fertilizer 1261 and not supported with nitrogen. That time vegetative stage will be hampered, which is the proper with less nitrogen can give not good stage of the vegetation growth. So that is a at that timing as well as the rate, what the requirement of the crop, what are the major requirement of the nutrient, deciding the stage of the crop. Thank you.
Okay. And next question is, what are the potential benefits of synchronizing irrigation and fertigation practices?
It's a good question, very good question. As per our, we are going giving different crops in our area, and there is a shortage of labor. For timely labors are not available for spreading the new fertilizers, that is bulk fertilizers, and through irrigation we can add water soluble fertilizer. There is a less chances of leaching losses of the fertilizer. There is less chances of, yeah, that is a volatile losses of the bulk fertilizers. So these major benefits can be synchronized. Irrigation and fertigation can give the good yield. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So next question, can you explain the concept of crop water requirements and how it relates to how it relates to irrigation intervals.
So the crop water requirement, that is the crop water requirement and irrigation interval. Crop water requirement, different crop stages have different water requirement. As earlier stage, that is in establishment stage is a suppose we are growing the, that is chili plantation is there, and we have making the bed proper, flat beds are there, which with we have applied proper mulching was the on there. You have given the pre transplanting irrigation was there. You are for properly irrigation was there, and in establishment stage, that is you have transplanted chili seedlings in that after giving irrigation to the crop, that is bed, and there is a no APSA condition, that is there is a no field capacity. That time you have applied more irrigation, and there is a chances of saturation point is there, and during saturation, earlier said that during saturation there is a less availability of the air in the soil. That time water not absorbed by the plant, and as well as nutrient cannot be absorbed by the plant. So less growth of the plant suffers. Then that time, if there is a no proper there is no root development, there is no growth of the plant. That time there harmful bacteria, harmful fungi in the soil-borne diseases can be attack on our roots system. That is color rot is there. Then wilting of the plant is there. Because we have crop at establishment stage and we have applying irrigation during heavy irrigation. Such type of such type of activity cannot give good yield. So we have to decide proper ratio and crop stage and water requirement of the crop. Thank you.
Okay. And are there specific techniques or technologies that can help farmers monitor soil moisture levels and efficient irrigation scheduling?
Yes, earlier I have mentioned that these are decision support tools available in the market. That is moisture sensors are there in the market. We have tied up with Arable, that is a US based company, and we can provide this moisture sensor whenever your requirement is farmer requirement, or any audience can connect with us. We can provide moisture sensors with the help of the Arable technology, that is a US based company. Then NDMI technology, our in-house technology, that is GI technology. We can add NDMI technology to your platform. We can give proper NDMI ratios, proper NDMI values, and based on these values, we can decide irrigation interval. And many of the farmers, our old farmers, and our some farmers making laddu, that is making soil ball, and with soil ball we can judge. It is a old method, and we have practiced in the field many times. So this time such type of technologies we can use. You may connect with us, we can guide in this requirement. Thank you.
Okay. And how does fertigation contribute to nutrient availability and uptake by plants?
Fertigation, yeah, nutrients are majorly soluble. Any crop absorb nutrient in only soluble form in their root zone. In root zone, if there is a proper field capacity and OPSA condition, that time irrigation that water solubility, that is a nutrient solubility proper is there, and what are the nutrient are stored, what are the nutrients are solubilized in that water, can be easily get absorbed through that our root system. So you can you can add nutrition and you can add fertilizer, water soluble fertilizer through our irrigation schedule. Thank you.
Okay. And what are some common challenges for or limitations in implementing timely fertigation practices?
Major challenges are agriculture depends on many environmental factors. If there is a heavy rainfall, we cannot give proper maintain irrigation scheduling. Then in their in-field electricity, that is a major issue, which is based on availability of irrigation, availability of electricity. If there is no electricity for 3 4 days, 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, such type of conditions are in there. So uh, electricity as well as climate can give uh, hurdles in the deciding the proper irrigation scheduling. Thank you.
Okay. And are there any specific crop varieties or types that are more responsive to precise irrigation and fertigation timing?
Now, every crop have a different crop requirement. Every crop have different nutrient requirement, and every crop have their own potential to give good yield, best yield, or ideal yield. That time, proper irrigation as well as nutrition, that is a fertigation, totally helps to every crop. It's just from vegetable crops, that is a leafy vegetable. Start we can start with leafy vegetable, which are growing in the 2 months, 45 to 2 months days, 45 to 60 days, while some are crops that is sugarcane crop, it requires around 12 to 15 months. So what are the you are growing the crop, but have their crop different crop stages in a different period of the crop, can have to complete it with different speed. So required water requirement as well as nutrient requirement are based on that crop. Thank you.
Okay. So now we have the last question. Can you provide recommendations or guidelines for farmers to enhance their irrigation and fertigation strategies for improved yield potential?
Yeah, yes, we can provide this information through our digital platform, through our mobile application. You can download our mobile application, and our team can guide you properly by taking your welcome call. During welcome call, we can ask we ask the ask and give proper guidance through our digital platform.
And what is your application name?
Khetibuddy.
Kheti,
Khetibuddy.
okay. You can spell it out. Khetiti, right?
Khetibuddy. Khetibuddy.
Buddy. Okay.
Khetibuddy. You can go to our website. We have different solutions are there. You can go to these solutions for your different needs. There basically we
Okay.
have the solution for farmers. We have the solution for industry, that is a food industry is growing contract farming. We have solutions for FPOs and FPCs. We have solutions for NGOs. We have solutions for good growing practices for the different industries.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Prakash, I don't see any more questions from our participants. So now we have come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we'd like to thank you for the detailed presentation and answering all the questions. And we also like to thank all the participants for joining this meeting. The meeting will now be closed.
Yeah, thank you.
You're most welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.